This is Stephanie. I'm so excited. Yay! Thank you for joining me for my very first Wife of a Preacher Man YouTube video. Woohoo! I hope you'll drop in every week and click subscribe so you can see some of the just encouraging and hopefully inspirational little tidbits I have to share. That's my goal, is to just encourage you guys. So I hope you'll drop by and join me. And you'll notice behind me is my Christmas tree, which is weird because it's like mid-January. But there's a reason why I'm doing this video in front of this tree. First of all, I just have I put up a ton of Christmas decorations, so it takes me a while to get it down. But the reason why, hi Christmas tree, I decided to do my video in front of it is because as I've been taking my stuff down, or really since post-Christmas, I've kind of been looking at it and thinking, you know, there's something sad, just something sad about a Christmas tree without any lights, right? I mean, you can slap all the garland, all the bows, all the ornaments. You can even put a star on top of the tree, but with no lights, it just isn't a Christmas tree. It's just kind of sad. And it got me to thinking, you know, the same holds true for us. It really does. God has given you and He's given me a light, and He's called us to shine it. He's called us to shine that light. And you might be sitting there thinking, well, what does that mean for me? You know, okay, shine your light. Yay. You know, how do I do that? What does God want me to do with that? Well, first, it starts with one person. And you would be surprised because that person isn't you, okay? It starts with Christ. He said He is the light of the world. And so the first thing you have to do is decide what you're going to do with Jesus. That's a decision you have to make. That's between you and the Lord. But He's the light of the world. And this is what I found, is when you try to shine your light without Him, instead of it being a beacon, like a lighthouse that shines out to others and guides them to where God would have them to go, when we try to do it on our own, when we try to shine our light ourselves, we end up turning it around, and it becomes a spotlight that's focused on us. And that's not what God wants for you. And that's not going to guide anybody else closer to what the Lord would have for them. So the first thing I would ask you to do is just decide, what do you want to do with Jesus? And number two, you know, just like a Christmas tree, sometimes people use all white lights, sometimes people use colored lights, or the old-fashioned lights, or all blue or all red. Everybody's light is different, right? The light you're supposed to shine is going to be different from the light that God's called me to shine. And that's okay. But what we all have in common is the fact that God has given us a light, and God expects us to shine it for the benefit of others, not ourselves. So if you're sitting there saying, well, what's my light all about? And what would God want me to do with it? Start here. Just ask. Ask God. God, what do you want me to do with this light? And He's probably not going to say, this, thus saith the Lord. This is what you're supposed to do. It probably won't happen like that. If it does, tell me, because that would be super awesome. I'd be like, whoa. But it's probably not going to happen that way. But ask Him. Ask Him. And don't expect some huge revelation in the beginning, because God wants to know. He wants to see your pursuit of the answer, right? He wants to see that you're sincere in that desire to shine your light. So ask Him and keep asking. And I promise He will answer. But in the meantime, as you're seeking His face in regards to what He'd want you to do, just start with practical things, simple things, right? Start by smiling at that stranger in the grocery store. They might think you're weird, but that's okay. Or striking up a conversation with the girl that's checking you out. When you're at a restaurant, ask the server, how can I pray for you? Message a friend out of the blue and encourage them. Tell somebody how much they mean to you. It doesn't have to be drastic, but each and every day, ask God, God, put somebody in my path that I can be an encouragement to. And, you know, the scriptures say that when God gives us something small, and we do the right thing with it, he's going to entrust you with something bigger. He's going to give you more and more responsibility. And it also says in his word, when it comes to shining your light, it says, nobody lights a lamp and then puts a clay jar over it or hides it under their bed. I mean, first of all, I'm not putting a lamp under my bed because it'd light it on fire if you're thinking in biblical times. But anyway, nobody's going to cover it up, right? You're going to set it up on a lampstand. You're going to put it up on a table so that everybody who passes by can see it. That's the purpose of lighting a light, of shining a light. So God wants you to shine yours. And so as you're waiting for God to really reveal to you exactly how he wants you to shine your light, start with the basics. Just decide, make a conscious decision. You're going to be an encouragement. And here's the thing, y'all. When you're struggling in your daily life, when you're dealing with issues, whether it be work or home life or health, you know, finances, any number of those things, it can be hard to see beyond what you have going on and to consciously seek to be a light for somebody else. But when you will do that, when you will make a conscious effort to see beyond your own situation and what you have going on in your own life, and when you will consciously decide to be a blessing in somebody else's life, God will work in that and God will move in that. And you will find that he will send more and more people your way and more opportunities your way to be a blessing. And what you will find is this time next year in 2020, you'll have a list of folks in your head that you were able to encourage and possibly even some changed lives. And what will be really amazing is you'll change your own life. You'll change your own life by choosing to shine your light and choosing not to take the light God's given you and shine it on all the issues you have going on in your life, but say, God, I trust you to take care of those issues. And so I'm going to take this light and I'm going to shine it as a way to draw others closer to you. So ask yourself, what's your light? Is there something God's gifted you with, a gift or an ability? Use that to be a blessing for somebody else. Can you sew? Make something for somebody else. Are you handy around the house? Find a single mom and ask, what can I fix around here? Or an elderly person. You know, are you good at yard work? Go mow somebody's yard. Are you a great cook? Take a meal. Take a meal to a single mom. Take a meal to a shut-in. There's all kinds of simple ways that aren't going to cost you a dime that you can be a blessing to somebody. Do you know how to read? Go to a nursing home and read the Bible to an elderly person that can no longer see. I'm telling you, you will be a blessing to them. It can be simple, but if you will do it, lives will be transformed. So guys, don't be like my Christmas tree. Isn't it sad looking? Behind me. Don't be a Christmas tree with no lights, okay? Be a beacon. Shine your light brightly, because guess what? You're the only person who has that light. God didn't give it to anybody else. So if you don't shine it, it's not going to get shown. Nobody's going to shine it but you. It's your responsibility. And guess what? If he gave you a light to shine, there is somebody out there specifically that's supposed to see your light. And if you don't shine it, they're not going to see it. And whatever change is supposed to happen in their life is not going to happen because you chose not to shine your light. Don't be a snuffer. Be a light shiner. But no, just shine your light. Okay, y'all? Shine your light in 2019. You will be so glad you did. And that person who is looking on the horizon of their life for that light, they will be tremendously glad that you chose to shine it. Okay, guys? I love you. I hope you'll subscribe to my channel and drop in because I just want to be an encouragement to you guys. You're the best. Happy New Year. And I'll see you next time on Life of a Preacher Man.